He said it with a smile, as if cruelty sounded softer when dressed in charm. "You should probably lose some weight before meeting my parents. You know how they are." That was the moment, the incision, sharp enough to cut through the illusions I'd wrapped myself in. I didn't scream, I didn't cry, I just swallowed the words whole, let them sink into me, and nodded like it was reasonable. But inside, something calcified. I knew then I would never forgive him. We met in the gentlest of ways, two people reaching for the same book in a crowded bookstore. His hand brushed mine, and he smiled like the world had slowed just for us. He was attentive, magnetic. He memorized the way I took my coffee, left notes on my windshield, and told me I was the only one who understood him. I believed him. I built a life around that belief. But love has blind spots, and betrayal is always patient. It began with distance, little comments, little silences. He started checking his phone with the kind of focus he used to reserve for me. I asked if something was wrong, and he kissed my forehead like I was fragile glass. "You worry too much," he said. Then came the night I saw the message. A flash of light on his screen, a name I didn't recognize, and words that carved me open. "Can't wait until she's out of the picture." My hands didn't shake. My pulse didn't race. I just understood. I wasn't his future. I was his placeholder. Most people think revenge is fire, immediate, loud. But mine was cold, precise. I didn't confront him. I didn't beg. I let him believe I was blind. I smiled when he kissed me. I asked about his day. And while he slept, I began building the weapon that would end him. I had always been good with code, with patterns, so I poured myself into something new. A health platform, an AI-driven system designed to personalize fitness and nutrition at a scale no app had ever managed. What began as escape became obsession. My heartbreak became an empire in draft form. And when I disappeared from his life, I left no trace, just silence. Tokyo was never the plan, but opportunity favors the prepared. My platform caught attention, and that attention pulled me across oceans. I worked, I starved, I rebuilt myself from ash. By the time the invitation came to present at his father's company's innovation summit, I was ready. The irony was almost cruel. His father's empire, built on pharmaceuticals, wanted my technology. They saw future profits. I saw something cleaner. A stage. The award ceremony was bathed in light, cameras flashing like lightning. I stood on that stage, leaner, sharper, and unrecognizable to anyone who hadn't earned the right to still know me. My name was called. Applause thundered. I smiled, shaking hands with the CEO, his father, who clasped mine with pride, declaring me the future of their global expansion. And then, from the corner of my eye, I saw him, frozen, pale. The same man who once told me I wasn't good enough for his parents, watching me embraced as their prized ally. He waited until the crowd thinned, until I was alone with a glass of champagne in my hand. He approached like a ghost, desperate for resurrection. "You look amazing," he whispered, guilt dripping from every syllable. I said nothing. I was an idiot. I didn't mean it the way it sounded. I was scared of what my parents would think, of how they'd judge me. "You have to believe me." I watched his mouth move, the way his eyes begged for the girl who used to soften for him. But she was gone. I had buried her the night I read that message. So I gave him nothing. No forgiveness, no rage, just silence. And silence was heavier than any curse. His father announced our partnership 2 weeks later, a global rollout. My platform at the center of their strategy. My face beside his in press photos. And him? A shadow in the background, the heir suddenly outranked by the woman he dismissed. He tried to call, he tried to text. Every apology went unanswered. His desperation became rumor. Rumor became humiliation. People whispered that he'd lost his chance, personally, professionally, permanently. I never corrected them. Revenge isn't about destruction. It's about reclamation, about taking back the power someone stole when they convinced you that you were less. He told me to lose weight before meeting his parents. Instead, I lost him. I lost the version of myself that needed his validation. And what I gained was everything else. Now, when I think of him, it isn't with love or even hate. It's with clarity. He was the knife, but I was the hand that decided where to cut. And I cut him out. Clean.